It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Leo. Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2022, baby. Leo. When I lead into your energy, it was impatient and aggressive as fuck. I'll just be honest with you. I love you. And I think that has something to do with your ruling planet, the sun, transiting out of exaltation. The come down from exaltation may be a little, it may just manifest differently for some of you. It just may have you feeling extra aggressive, extra assertive, or it can be really warm and cozy and a nice little exhalation. Because exaltation, your sun, ruling planet being at its highest functioning capabilities in Aries, can be a lot for people to handle. Good. Be a lot. If I am a lot, if I am too much, go find less. Enjoy your less. That's how, I don't know where that is, where that came from, because that is not in the notes. But that's as I'm channeling it, that's what's coming out. Enjoy your less. And after being exalted, I feel like some of you are really coming into the understanding of what you're worth, how you want to be treated, what you deserve, what you do, what you don't want. Some of you, there may be issues in your living situation that need to be addressed. But there is definitely, it's going to be addressed this season because, Taurus is comfort. It's mind, the possessions. Cancer is really the home, but Taurus is very related. They're very similar energies. And I feel like there is going to be a spotlight on themes of your possessions, what you consider mine, your particular brand of stability, how you provide stability for yourself or for your family if you have one, how you relate to money. I feel like there are also how you relate to food, comfort, sensations, your bodily sensations, relating to, you may be getting closer, more in tune with your physical body in a way than you have been before. There could be like a new workout or a new level or a new goal or something that comes in. But I just feel like most importantly, your relationship to your money habits need to improve. So it's time to evaluate them. And some of y'all may be like, I'm financially comfortable, I'm fine, everything's great, or whatever. And it's like, okay, so then is there a way for you to give back? Or is there a way for you to be more charitable or more generous or more like philanthropic in some sort of way? Is there a way for you to start saving more or thinking more long term? That could just be a thing that's coming through. So take that as you will. But astrologically, there are a lot of important things going down for you this season. On May 5th, your ruling planet, the sun, conjuncts with Uranus and Taurus, and that is like your core self, what you know about yourself to be true, merging with the great awakener, with the rebel, with the unexpected. And so the merging of those two, it's like expect the unexpected. I feel like it's going to be you can expect this to be to have a positive twist for you because it's the sun, so it is going to definitely be positive. But I do feel like things are going to be coming to light, unexpected things coming to light, unexpected aha moments or unexpected connections. And it just is going to put you in a period of needing to reassess, rethink things. Especially rethink things because on May 10th, Mercury retrogrades in Gemini. And it's going to go back into Taurus though. So I just feel like this is a period of there could be a lot of do-overs or things that you need to reassess or try again at. Don't get frustrated with the do-overs, and you'll be way less frustrated if you don't just rush into something and then you're not oh shit, I'm not ready for it, or you overcommit. Under promise, over deliver is how that feels in some way. Now, on May 15th, the sun in Taurus will be squaring Saturn in Aquarius. And this feels like just don't start anything. I feel like this is, when I say don't start anything, I feel like don't start anything that's going to have like, that puts a big financial risk on you. If you're but yes, start the new diet, start the new workout regimen, or start the new friendship or connection. I'm just saying, just take things slow. But as far as like buy the house right now, as far as like signing the documents or committing yourself to something that you don't want to, that you're on the fence about, no. Because I feel like this transit on the 15th is going to bring in difficulties. It's going to make things harder than it has to be. You get a little like taste of Capricorn, Aquarian energy. It just could, and it makes things harder than it needs to be because you're needing a reminder of your capabilities and your ability to overcome any obstacle and anything that comes in, in front of you. I do feel like there could be internal or external conflict with people with Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn, or Aquarius placements. Now, depending on where you live, later on that day or the next day on the 16th, we have the full moon total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And this is going to be a really, really like big one. Did I not mention the new moon? It looks like I didn't. Sorry about that, because that very much is important for you. So going back, sorry, see, do-overs, having to do something again, having to like go back or, you saw, okay, parallel. On April 30th, there is the new moon partial solar eclipse in Taurus. And I'm sorry, I don't know how I didn't start out with that, because that is going to be huge for you. And that's what I meant about don't make any huge decisions right now, because how it transitions to me, or how it's translated to me, is like the tectonic plates of our lives are shifting big time. Now that we're about to enter eclipse season, the solar eclipses, they shift where we're going and what we see ahead for ourselves. So there is going to be something that gets eclipsed in, or something that gets eclipsed out of your life. And it has to do with your core self. With it being the sun, it has to do with your trajectory, where you're going, your drive, your motivations as well. And so there is this, with it being in Taurus, there could be something about your comfort zone, or something about what you consider mine, your possessions, love life, your career, how you make money, your work ethic. Things like that could just be there could just be shifts there. And I feel like it's not the time to like make big promises. And then that lunar eclipse, it's about deep emotional release. It's happening in Scorpio. That's the house of sex, death, and other people's money. It's desires, And so I feel like it's important to really let the divine, for you, it's really important for you to honor the divine's pace. Allow the slowdown. Allow what doors need to close. It feels like there are things that are very much going to be, that they're very much going to be unexpected. For some of you, they may be uncomfortable, but they're happening for you. And so I feel like make way for the growing pains, and that's okay. So hydrate, light it if you got it. Take some time out for me, with me. Empty your lungs. Take a deep breath when you're ready. Because we are asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages from Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for Taurus season 2022. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. They were just like, hey, you didn't plug yourself. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Or the Spirit Squadron and I love y'all. You know who you are. We're forming a little, some rail over there. And I love that. And I'd love for you to be a part of it. And for daily content, my Instagram, justj_everything. And then my website, justjeverything.com. And that could be something, Leo, coming for you. Don't forget to plug yourself. Don't forget to sell yourself. Don't forget to advertise, maybe, or market yourself. That could be something that's coming in for you, like putting yourself out there, putting your work out there more, allowing for your confidence to be directed into something more productive for yourself. It's like you've got all this energy, and I feel like it's important for you to level yourself up. You're able to co-create with the divine in a very specific way. And right now it feels like there are just important seeds that you can plant that will bloom and bring you a nice harvest. So there could be something about, marketing or advertising yourself, or really starting to invest more in that. All right, so thank you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2022. I felt that flip over. What is that? The Hanged Man reversed. Getting unstuck, baby. And there you are, Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Regardless of your genitalia, just because I say it says queen doesn't mean it has to be a feminine or a woman. Ooh. The Hanged Man reverse being the first card out to be clarified on the Selenite throne. I feel like for some of you there is some shame, there is some guilt, there is some ways that you may have been punishing yourself. I just heard self-flagellation. Some of you may are just really, really hard on yourselves, or really, really hard on a Pisces, or a Pisces has been really, really hard on you. Maybe someone with Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I feel like it's like there's something you need to pause on, but you are fighting it. There's something that, I feel like don't fight the slowdown. Don't fight the enlightenment, the ideas, the awareness that is coming in. I feel like the Hanged Man is all about you taking your time to dive into your subconscious, dive into your choices and your mind, and really figure out how you got in this position, how this happened, how you got caught up or strung up like this. Maybe for some of you, this could be the end of the delays, the end of confusion, the end of the fight. I do feel like also there's some revelations about, for some of you, substance abuse, revelations about how to improve your mental health. I feel like some of you finally are abstaining from alcohol or drugs, or maybe you're not partying as much or something, and there's a lot of clarity that's coming in. There's a lot of ideas that are coming in. I just saw 5 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, so maybe some of you have been dealing with or covering up abandonment issues that are really coming up to be healed. Like you can't evade this shit anymore. The Hanged Man reversed also just makes me feel like there's in some sort of way you may have been punishing yourself, or Ace of Pentacles. It's like, but you're coming out of that because of this awareness. Even the halo, halo over his head translates into money or translates into stability. This feels like you've gotten yourself out of some situation where you felt stuck, or where you felt uncomfortable or unseen or unappreciated possibly, or you're just seeing the error of your ways, seeing how things could have been handled differently. And I feel like because you are taking a different level of accountability, you're able to step into a new level of authenticity. And that new level of authenticity is going to yield great rewards. The Ace of Pentacles, the aces have been coming out, and ace has come out in every reading. This is a season, and it's funny, it's not funny, but it's like, duh, because Taurus is the sign of I have. And the divine wants you to get unstuck and wants you to stop being so confused or self-limiting in what you're able to have. The divine's like, yo, you're playing yourself small in some sort of way, and that's been coming out for every reading. I feel like we're coming into an awareness of how we've played ourselves small or how we've shown up in our lives. And the divine's like, once you're coming out of that confusion, once you are aware of like, okay, I can step up, I can do better, I can do more, I can be more active in this co-creation with the divine and create and invest in the life that I actually want to have and that I want to live. And that happens only when you're able to be really, really authentic and take accountability, because it ain't no one's fault. Blame is psychosis. And it's important for you to really allow yourself to get into that place of acceptance. Accepting yourself, accepting people for how they've chosen to show up in the world. At some point you get that, like, I just accept that this is how you chose to spend your time. I accept that this is how you chose to spend your time with me. And because of that, I don't have to give you access to me anymore necessarily. But I don't need to walk around carrying this heaviness or this angst or this guilt or this fury for some of you about how you treated me, because I just accept that you didn't have the tools, or, you know, whatever it was, whatever it is for you, however that works. It could be a job also. For some of you, you could be like done being taken advantage of by clients or by this company. And for some of you, there are new opportunities coming in. This could be a new position, a promotion, something of value coming in. This is an influx of time, an influx of feeling good, good health, good news, good messages coming in that are going to put you in a position of feeling like this is a new chapter. This is a new year. Welcome to spring. That's how it really feels. I mean, Aries season did not for fuck all feel like spring, but I feel like Taurus season really will. And so there is something, even in the Ace of Pentacles, there's like all this foliage with the Hangman reverse, and you'll see it in the plunge, patreon.com/justjeverything. In the plunge, you can see there's like foliage on the bottom of the Hangman reverse. It's like showing up now on the bottom. It's normally at the top, hanging down. But there's this like greenery. Maybe you'll be able to tell what I'm talking about. But there's like this greenery that's happening here at the bottom. And I feel like the earth is coming back to life, and it's helping you come back to life. There's also a lot of white here so far in those two cards, and it just feels like there's mental clarity. You're gaining new perspectives and coming out of an uncomfortable situation. But you're coming out of that uncomfortable situation and entering this new chapter with this hyper awareness of what you're not going to do anymore and what doesn't work and what does work for you. And I feel like standing up for yourself and your boundaries and in your desires is really important. I feel like it's important to really start accepting the mistakes that you made. You don't need to forgive shit. You need to accept. So, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I feel like maybe if it's not you, there may be someone around you that had struggled with substance abuse or alcohol or addiction in some sort of way. And I feel like it's not up to you or anyone else to, you know, make them better or nurse them back to health or get them to see the light. You know, don't be taking on other people's emotional homework. And if you are the one who has issues with addiction, I do feel like this is a great time for you to plant new seeds, for you to start a new life, for you to start new habits, and it happens all by way of being honest with yourself and really letting yourself flow. And flow by way of being like expressing yourself. You need to talk. Like you need to talk about, wow, 7 of Pentacles. You need to talk about the root of the problem. You need to talk about maybe some of this there's some stuff going on. I just heard family tree. So maybe there's addiction in your family, or abuse, like multiple people have been abused in your family, or there could be stuff like shameful or stuff to feel guilty about in the family or in your friend group. But I do feel like what's coming through and center of the reading is the Seven of Pentacles plus the Eight of Pentacles. And that's focus. That's working. That's creating a new life. That's getting it's time to get after it. Like, do it again. And every time you fall down, every time that you get trapped, every time that you get hung up, every time you make a mistake, or every time you like relapse or, you know, are disappointed in yourself, there is something sacred and special about the opportunity, about taking the opportunity to try again and to keep trying again and keep believing, keep on having faith that things are going to change, and they will, because you're changing, and you're changing because you're patiently investing in yourself. I feel like this is a season for you to really look at what you're investing your time, energy, and money into. I feel like it's important to give yourself some financial goals that will help. It's like if you give yourself the financial goal of putting $1,000 in the bank, then throughout your day, if you keep that goal in your mind's eye, you won't be spending so frivolously on bullshit or, you know, little things like that. So I think financial goals are really important. Having just goals in general is really important. There may be someone with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements coming into your life, or playing a new role, or stepping up, or investing in you in some sort of way. I feel like you're really investing in this new relationship or new business. For some of you, the Ace of Pentacles is a new relationship, a new level of stability within a relationship, regardless of what sign they have. I just feel like you're entering into a chapter that the stability looks very different. And it very much so has to do with how much, like your contribution. I also just heard 401k contribution, so I don't know if there's like stocks, bonds, if you have like, you know, savings or whatever, like maybe upping your contribution to those things. Or some of you may want to take your money out of those things and do something more progressive with that investment money, or investing in something more progressive. I also feel like, Leo, it's really important for you to build a new connection with nature, get back out in nature, to heal nature. I feel like also there's something about offerings. I want you to like try to get acquainted with like offering something to the earth. And that's going to be different for all of you. But I feel like it's something that you should talk to your spirit about, talk to your spirit guides about how you can give back. And there is something about like allowing yourself to receive. I feel like some of you have been in a place where you've been so caught up, or so feeling so unworthy, or being so harsh or down on yourself, that you haven't felt worthy of receiving the stability or the care that you've actually craved. And if you stay in this position, you will not be able to take this Ace of Pentacles. If you keep your hands tied behind your back, if you keep evading whatever guilt or shame or aggravation or whatever is bothering you in the subconscious mind, if you don't allow yourself to resolve whatever it ails you about your childhood, or about a Scorpio, or it could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. It's like it's time to be honest or whatever. You can't have the new beginning. You can't receive the new beginning while you're holding on to the other one. You need both hands to grab that. And it's coming up as really important to invest your time, energy, and money wisely. To allow yourself, like, what do you, I also feel like some of you are finally seeing the fruit of your labor. Like, you finally seeing a payday. That's not all of you, but some of you are really like seeing like the result of your hard work, and starting to, and also some of you, if you play your cards right, you can really get to a point where you have this well-oiled machine, and you don't have to hover and micromanage. Also, some of you may be starting a new job and you're used to people micromanaging you, and I don't feel like it's going to be like that. There may just be there's going to be a big change that comes in how you're managed or how you manage your time. Time management is the most important thing thus far that I'm seeing. Time and energetic management, Leo. And then you'll overcome whatever it is, whatever hardship. I feel like you really overcome, and not only do you overcome, you get wise, you level up, you really are integrating the lessons that you've learned from this uncomfortability. There is definitely some shift in or movement around someone with Cancer placements. I feel like maybe there's distance felt, or a coming together with someone with Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. There also may be like your mother coming in, or you're going to see your mother, or someone who has played a maternal role in your life in some sort of way. I gotta check the camera. Y'all know Virgo burned me a while ago, and I don't trust this angle anymore. But I do feel like there are whatever obstacles that you're facing, you absolutely are overcoming, and because you're not running from them, when you do your part to face your fears, you will acquire a different kind of spiritual protection that's going to help you operate in the world with way less self-doubt and way less insecurity, way less fear. When you just are courageous enough, and that's you, you know, that heart energy, that Leo fire, courage. When you have the courage to go it alone, to look at yourself, to go into the darkness, to face your shadows, to really ask yourself the hard questions, to be really, really honest about maybe, you know, how you've been, or if there's, you know, taking accountability is a big thing here too. And when you do that, I feel like you start moving forward. There is victory, there is success, there is triumph over something. And that triumph is gonna, you know, manifest differently for all of you, but either way, you get in motion. You are harnessing your energy. I feel like you finally get to harness your willpower into into having a kind of life that the divine wants you to have. This is about receptivity. Is a big thing, and I told you these aces have been coming out to just say, hey, what are you holding on to? All right, final card, final message for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2022. Final card, final message, please. That didn't really come out. It was the Five of Pentacles, but it didn't really come out. It was just like sliding out. I had to get it out of my way. So there could be some abandonment issues. Some of you may be thinking about quitting a job. Some of you may be really evaluating your trauma bonds. Some of you may be really done doing all the work or doing something all on your own, feeling left out or feeling like you're on the outside of something in some way, possibly. Hydrate. Final card, final message. For Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ask for one card, please. One final card. There's movement happening, Leo. The Empress and the Four of Swords. And I'm taking the Empress. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. And then the Four of Pentacles. And then the Two of Cups. In order to get the shit that you want, you have to let go of the past. You have to let go of this old way of doing things. This, for some of you, maybe this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is teaching you a lot. There definitely could be someone with Taurus or Libra placements coming in big time, heavy motherly energy. Maybe someone is pregnant. Maybe you're thinking about extending your family or expanding your family. There could be marriage coming in. Some of you are getting over these big fights and choosing to get married or choosing to create a business. But I feel like what is needed is these fours, which are stability. So what's needed is to really tune in, spend some quality alone time with yourself so you can start listening to your thoughts, hearing the internal chatter clear enough so that you can really start calling yourself out, hearing from the divine, and receiving the information about what you need to let go of. There's still some lack mentality, some scarcity mentality. Baby, there is so much pie out here. Don't you dare think that you can't get a slice. Don't you dare. You are the sun. You attract. The world does in some way. Your life does in some way very much so revolve around you. And the people in your life are okay with that, you know? And so there is this need to really let yourself reassess. Let yourself reassess, let yourself get comfy in the home, sleeping more, resting more, filling your cup more so that you can exchange love on a more holistic level. Like not being so depleted in love, not being, there is something about like, I feel like it's time to fill your cup again, rejuvenate yourself. Four of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. That Wheel of Fortune coming up about surrender. There's a lot of Jupiter energy here, a lot of Pisces energy here. And so some of you, I feel like things that you learned in Pisces season, mid-February to like late March, those lessons are really taking root. There is so much earth energy. 3 of the 5 cards are earth cards. And so there is a highlight on grounding, on prioritizing stability, prioritizing being centered. All of these cards, though I will point out, are solitary. And so this is a season for you to really focus on you getting you back to full, you getting you off E, you getting you fully restored so that you can show up holistically in your connections, so that you're not just giving, fractions of yourself or pieces of yourself and therefore accepting that from other people, because like attracts like. And so I do feel like the closer that we get to Gemini season, you really are harnessing your willpower, are exerting like going after your desires, like willing what you want into existence, which is exactly what you're here to do, Leo. Leo is a sign of I will. I will. So what will you? What can you will into your life? For some of you, it's babies. Some of you, it's business. Some of you, it's luxury, comfort. Maybe you're putting on a little bit of weight, and that's okay. Let yourself be comfortable. This is you come out of Taurus season with, I feel like, yourself on a higher pedestal than it should be, and not in an egotistical, like gross Leo way. This feels like really allowing yourself to, and yes, I meant that, because sometimes y'all's ego is like calm the fuck down, and so there is this righteousness that I feel like it's like deserved, well earned. It's like you starting to get, for some of you, and I'm going to say this harshly, it's like some of you finally get your head out of your ass. And I feel like it puts you in a position to start like taking advantage of the gifts and the resources that are around you, taking it, actually like doing something, contributing back to, really just like showing up in a way more stable way. And it doesn't feel needy. And it's funny because Cancers really get the rap for being needy, but I feel like that's a very Leo thing. Leo energy can be very needy, very pick me, very look at me. And it's fine. We were looking at you anyway, baby. We already were. But it's just like, you need to hear it though. You know, like, why did you need to hear it? Why couldn't you just like observe that, like, you know, you have our attention? It's just like, there is like an ickiness there that I feel like you really are able to confront and purge at the beginning of this season. And it's needed, because all this stability and all this success that's coming after, this looks yummy. This looks like you deserve this. And I'm excited for you to do your part to really free yourself. Free yourself. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Yes. That's how it feels. Free yourself, free your mind, free your subconscious mind. Be willing to look at the dark corners of your subconscious mind. Be willing to call yourself the fuck out. Be willing to take accountability, and you will change your life. And it's like the divine's just been waiting to give you all of these goodies. It's just like needed you to feel worthy of it. Needed you, and feel worthy of it from within yourself, not because all these people are telling you that you're worthy of it, or not because you have appeased or pleased or aesthetically pleased all these other people. There is an internal validation that I feel like is shifting for you guys, and I'm really proud of you. It looks really delicious. So let's get into it, because there's definitely maybe some stuff going on with a Pisces or Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, and possibly a Libra. Definitely Taurus though, if there is Earth energy. I just feel like also making sure that you reconnect to nature, you find a way to give back is a very big thing. Giving back to the earth, even if that's just like, you know, going out and placing your, like, you know, fresh fruit out and having a little, you know, ceremony, or, you know, there's all kinds of stuff. You do your own research, use your own discretion, because I feel like you can really settle into a very comfortable situation where you really are honoring and taking care of yourself. And because you treat yourself this way, other people start to behave and act accordingly. Let's get into it. I love you. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.